This is Andy Pirot for Boxing Social, and I'm delighted to be joined by Frank Warren. Frank, we've just witnessed a Fight of the Year contender, if not the Fight of the Year. What are your thoughts now?
Well, Andy, first of all, that's not contender to Fight of the Year. That is the best world title fight I've ever seen in a British ring. And that's it. That's a fact of life. And I say that, and I mean that. That's what it was. From the moment that fight started to the end, it was pulsating. It was fought at a great pace. Most importantly, like I kept saying along, two guys at the top of their game. You know, at the top of their game, and they came for. They give the fans a night where you will say in years to come, I was there and I see that fight. I was there that night.
Was that a fight and the type of style that they brought? Was that in any way a fight that is that a fight in terms of the style that they brought? Was that in any way something that you could have envisaged happening before it began?
No, I always felt it'd be a classic fight, but I didn't think it'd be as good as that. I mean, it's just, you know, as I'm sitting there, I'm just like my jaw was dropping. I don't know where they were finding, where they were finding what they were doing, where it was coming from. I mean, they were digging to their boots. It was just amazing. I don't know what the punch stats are on the fight, but they were just two amazing sportsmen, two amazing athletes, and the way they were to each other in the fight. At the end of each round, touching gloves, you know, even cuddled each other at the last round. I mean, they're two super guys. They're a great advert for our sport.
Josh has mentioned he'd love a unification fight next. If you get that one, is he mixing up the sport of boxing in regards to he's going in with world level fighters immediately, whereas most world champions, and nobody would begrudge him for it, would take an easier defence before going in for a world title fight?
Look, we forced the issue with Selby. We put him in a final eliminator to ensure that Selby had to fight him. We made that happen. I believed he'd beat Selby. Immediately afterwards, he could have had an easier job as a voluntary defence. No, both him and Carl wanted to fight each other. That tells you what they were about, these guys. They were about the best fighting the best. And that's where Josh is. You heard him at the press conference afterwards. All he wants to do is unify the titles.
Speaking of voluntary as well, obviously Kid Galahad is his mandatory. Where would he stand in your list, Kid Galahad or Barry Howard?
You know, at the moment it's not something. You know, you've got to speak to Josh about it. As far as I'm concerned, it's not. You know, it's not something that's really. You know, Kid Galahad, Valdez, Santa Cruz. You know, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
And for Carl, where does Carl go from here now? Is it a tough decision for him to maybe want to carry on his retirement going to be in his thoughts, do you think?
I don't know what he wants to do. You know, whatever he wants to do, we'll fully support him and we're behind him, and that's going to be his choice. If he wants to fight on, I'm with him. I'm committed to him.
And a quick run through the rest of the card. Williams and Heffron, did that deliver the way that you expected it to?
No, I thought it'd been a much closer fight than that, and I thought Liam done. You know, Liam really, his tactics, he got them spot on, and Mark just didn't get into it. He just seemed to be out of range, and he was getting clipped a few times. He didn't get his jab going, but he's a young man, and he's a bright guy, and he's clever enough to learn from that. I'm sure he'll come back as a stronger fighter.
And Martin Murray as well, he went in with Hassan and Dam. Before the fight, everybody knew it was going to be a tough one for him, but not necessarily the outcome that people would have expected.
No, I fancied him to win that. I thought it'd be a 50-50 fight, but you know, the Dam boxed really well, and he was just doing that a little bit more at times during the fight. But Martin, a great fellow. You know, it's been a pleasure working with him. Whatever he wants to do, again, I'll support him fully.
And Billy Joe returning to winning ways, coming back. What are your thoughts? Well, I say returning to winning ways, but his first fight since he vacated his world title, I should say. What are your thoughts on his performance?
Look, he's been out the ring for nearly 13 months or whatever it is. Might be longer than that, 14 months. And he needed to do something before Christmas. Otherwise, he'd have been out the ring for. But if he comes back in March, it'd been nearly 18 months. That's no good to him. So he got in there. He had a workout. Got a bit of rust out of his system, so he can get back in the gym in the new year, and we'll have him out again in March in a meaningful fight.
Well, Frank, it's late. I know the adrenaline's still pumping, but it's late. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you for your time throughout the year, and I hope you have a Happy New Year, and I'll catch you in 2019.
You certainly will. I want to wish you, Boxing Social, and everybody and all your viewers a Merry Christmas, and thank you for supporting our shows, all you fans. You mean a lot to us, and we'll deliver some even bigger ones for you next year.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.